and welcome to another edition of the Hornet Report. I'm Tori Lacerdo.
And I'm Luke Lograno. You're not Caroline.
Oh really, Luke? I hadn't noticed. Just because she's my best friend doesn't mean we're exactly the same, but she'll be back next week.
I'm kidding, Tori. It's great to see you. What do we got going on this week?
Holmdel's athletic teams have been making a lot of noise this winter season, but the biggest surprise of all has been the Freshmen Boys Basketball Team. We'll also hear from HHS alumni Timmy McDonnell, who has returned to Holmdel High School for the first time since he was struck by a car last November. But up first is Luke to tell us about the US2 students and their special assembly.
Holocaust survivors recently came to Holmdel High School to speak with the US History 2 students about their experience during the war. Mr. DeNovellis' television production 3 class had a front row seat and captured their presentations on camera. Holocaust survivors Ruth Rosenfeld and Manny Lindenbaum came to Holmdel High School to share their personal experiences of survival during World War II. Also speaking was Renee Geller, a daughter of 2 Holocaust victims. Manny spoke with the students about living in Germany and how you should never be a bystander.
And wherever people stood up in the beginning, those people did not get punished, but they made a difference, and they made a huge difference.
Ruth spoke about power and how every person has a power to make a change.
It's wonderful to love everybody. That's important too. I mean, to respect that we're all human beings, we're all of equal value. But the most important thing, if we can banish hatred, that would be wonderful.
Renee talked about how everyone should remember what happened.
Being aware and educated is the first step for everybody in the world to be as educated as possible, to know what's going on.
All 3 of the presentations left a lasting impression on the students and history teachers. I had the opportunity to speak with a few students about what they heard, and even got to speak with Mr. Gelpke and Mr. Gurney about planning this visit. So whose idea was it to have all these speakers come in and talk to the US2 students about the Holocaust?
I guess we'll have to give most credit to Ms. McBride on this one. Myself, Ms. McBride, Mr. Baranowski, Mr. Gurney, and Ms. Lepore helped organize it, but it was mostly Ms. McBride's idea. She has a relationship with the Holocaust Center over at Brookdale Community College.
It's always much more impactful when you hear from the people, from the voices of the time, and they're able to impart their personal stories and make that connection clear for the students.
Kids, I think they don't understand necessarily the magnitude of what happened here, and then having someone who lived through these circumstances, whether that be them or their parents, it makes it real.
These are people. We get a lot of numbers. We know that there were 11 million people murdered. We know there was 10,000 people accepted into Britain. We know numbers. We don't know the people. You need to realize that these are people. They had families, they had goals, they had dreams, they had background stories.
And what was the #1 thing that you took away from everything?
Well, I mean, you know, hearing about how she lost like all her family members and then moved all the way, you know, to America and had to like forget about Polish and all that and, you know, start a new life. I thought it was really important to remember that, you know, we should really not take everything for granted and we should appreciate the things that we have in life.
What an awesome experience for all of us who saw those presentations. Our TV3 class is busy editing all of the stories, but as soon as we're done, the US History 2 teachers will be able to show those videos to their classes in the future.
Thanks, Luke. Last week was quite a week for both the freshman and varsity boys basketball team. Here's Richie Jablonski with the scoop.
The spotlight of senior night normally goes out to the graduating seniors. But in this special night, the boys basketball seniors shared their spotlight with a very deserving family, the McDonalds. The McDonald story goes even beyond Holmdel after the oldest child, Timmy, was struck by a vehicle while crossing the road on the Rutgers campus last November. Timmy's recovery has been a long journey. And fortunately, the Holmdel grad was able to fight back to Holmdel High School another time to be alongside his brother Matty, and the Hornet Report was able to be there to capture the special moment. But before that, let's tell you about the freshman boys who made history that very same night. Freshmen in high school aren't used to getting most of the attention, but our freshman boys basketball team changed that, having a perfect season. Coach Bird, you must feel like kind of a celebrity right now, going with an undefeated season. How does it feel?
I don't know about a celebrity, but it feels good. I feel glad for the kids. I'm very proud of them. That's always something nice. It's very hard to, you know, win every game, but our focus at the beginning of the year was come to practice every day, work hard, get better defensively, and whatever happens, happens. So that's what I'm more proud of.
How does it feel to go undefeated in your freshman year of high school?
It feels great. You know, we had such a great team. You know, we just worked together and, you know, just came undefeated. I really didn't expect it to happen, but I guess it's just the team chemistry.
We just played tough defense, good offense, and Coach Bird, got to give them props.
Two things. Number one, I'm glad for you guys. I'm proud of you, number one, to be able to go through a season and really play some tough teams. And it's very rare that you go through a season and 1 or 2 games where you just don't play well and you lose. But you know what? You guys competed every day in practice. I'm glad for you with the 20-0 record. That's something you'll remember. I'm more glad that I'm able to say, like we said we put on the board the other day, did we compete every day? Did we compete every game? Did we get better? Did we defend? And that's what I'm happy about. So whether we were 10-10 or 20-0, you know what? You guys enjoy the record. No one will take that from you. I'm happy that we competed and we played hard.
Michael on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And at what point of the season did you realize, we might go undefeated?
Oh, after our maybe our Manasquan game where they were a really good team. They were undefeated when we first came, and then we were sort of down, kind of, and then we came back and we fought back. I knew we would never give up, even if we were down, and that proved to be true through the whole season.
It was a really good season because they really improved defensively and they showed up. I think we might have had a handful of kids on one hand missed during a year practice. They were there every day, so that's what made it so enjoyable for me.
And the memories on the night continued when senior Matty McDonald was honored by the Shore Conference football coaches for his hard work and courage on the football field in the face of adversity. There to share his big moment was not only his mom and dad, but his older brother, Timmy. What does a night like tonight mean for you?
Well, it's the culmination of hopefully what's going to be a terrific ending to a story that started out pretty bad. There's no doubt that the people around here willed him to get better. I mean, the first 5 days in the hospital, there was 200 people there every day. 150 of them were Holmdel people, coaches, teachers, supervisors, administrators, students, friends. I mean, they got us through it, I know that. So in turn, they pulled Timmy along with us right through it.
What an exciting year for basketball, and best of luck to Timmy and the McDonnell family. In other sports news, congratulations to our boys swim team on making it all the way to the Central Jersey Group C semifinals. This is the furthest the Holmdel swim team has ever gone. And also, congratulations to our boys and girls winter track teams, both competing in the Group 2 championships. The boys placed 6th overall, and our girls placed 2nd. Great job to each athlete who competed. That's all the sports we have for this week. I'm Richie Jablonski, and back to you guys.
Thanks, Richie. And that looks like all the time we have for this episode. For the Hornet Report, I'm Luke Lograno.
And I'm Tori Lacerdo. Be sure to join us next time where, as always, we'll bring you the week's best at HHS.